Good morning. It is Saturday, the 25th of May, and we're all gathered here nice, bright and early for the sixth and penultimate phase of the battle for Bharat. It is 58 seats across 8 different states, from Anantnag, Rajouri up in the north all the way to Puri and Cuttack in the east. That is what is at stake as far as this penultimate phase is concerned. Welcome to our special coverage. Joining me here in the studios with me, Zakir Jacob, is my colleague Rahul Shivshankar. Anand Narasimhan will be joining us in just a moment as well. But folks, nowhere is this election more focused today than in the national capital. 7 seats of Delhi, 10 seats of neighbouring Haryana in what is a high-stakes, almost prestige battle in the national capital. A chief minister who's out on bail campaigning, saying that democracy is at stake. The BJP having swept the national capital, all 7 seats, twice over in 14 and then again in 19. Can they repeat that performance in 2024? Let's talk about the battle for the national capital. Our reporters are spread across the length and breadth of these 58 seats, and particularly so in Delhi. But Rahul Shivshankar, what is at stake in this election, particularly in the battle for Delhi?
So let me just put this in context. Delhi has a great distinction of predicting the national winner. So the voter here somehow has a finger on the pulse. He knows what the nation is thinking, and over 37 years, 9 consecutive elections, it's got it right. Now, obviously, the AAP and the Congress have come together in Delhi, and one hopes, at least for their sake, that they can actually pull off a couple of wins, because their central theme, and you have to basically focus on what they're saying, their central theme actually encapsulates the entire election. So it's going to be a referendum in Delhi on that central theme. That is, Modi is a dictator. Democracy is in peril. There will be no more elections. It's the last opportunity to stop somebody who wants to basically do away with our democratic system. And most importantly, the opposition in this country is being demonized, demolished, and therefore, through the agencies at work, we are seeing a complete corrosion of the political process. So this is the message, and this is the message that has been sort of fragmented and put out all across India, but it's concentrated here in Delhi. The fundamental point that I want to make here is that Modi must win Delhi. If he is going to return in some way, in a larger capacity in Delhi, then the electoral outcome, willy-nilly, because of history, will be sealed in his favor. So fundamentally, absolutely, even in 1989, and this is a very important statistic, even in 1989, Zaka, the JD, the Janata Dal, which went on to form really the government with VP Singh, got 1 seat here. It tells you it's a bellwether, you see. So the Janata Dal in the larger sweepstakes ended up with 143 seats, the Indian National Congress with 197 and the BJP with 85. But the BJP that year won 4 and the Congress 2. So it told you that it was really indecisive here in Delhi, and it was nationally too.
You can see pictures of Basuri Swaraj. She's the candidate from the New Delhi seat. She's, of course, up against Somnath Bharti of the Aam Aadmi Party. It's also a test of the alliance between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. AAP contesting on 4, Congress on 3. But what is at stake nationally in this phase? My colleague Anand Narasimhan joins us bright and early this morning. 58 seats from Anantnag, Rajouri, all the way to Puri and Cuttack. What's at stake, Anand?
Well, Anantnag, Rajouri, good morning to everyone. Anantnag, Rajouri was not supposed to be in this phase. It was supposed to be earlier, but it got pushed and there was a lot of crib about it. But 58 seats means there will be nearly about 11.3 crore voters who have the ability to go ahead, the power to go ahead and cast their franchise. They have seen how it's polled over the last 5 phases, what's been the conversation. Now it's the final 2 rounds. Today is phase 6 and then it's phase 7. The voters must go out and vote, because what's also been recorded is a dip in turnout. What does that imply? Phase 7, 7 phase polls, 6th phase, 58 seats. This is what is at stake, ladies and gentlemen, across the states like or the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir to Uttar Pradesh to Bihar to Bengal and of course Delhi. 889 candidates are in the fray. So more than phase 5 this time around. Phase 5 had about 695 candidates. This is 880 plus. 14 out of 40 40 seats out of 58 seats, the BJP is actually playing defense. So these are the phases which were BJP strong in 2019 and also slowly they've consolidated even since 2014. Now this is again where they will have to now not just defend well, but they will also have to keep an eye on the remaining 18 seats and grab some there too. 5 union ministers will be testing their mettle. It's a big test for some of them, and whether or not they will come back and yield and come back into the entire consideration set of formation of the government and the cabinet, we'll have to wait and watch. What their roles are will depend upon the margin of their victory and the kind nature of their victory. 42 assembly constituencies of Odisha also go to the polls, and 43 seats are from the Hindi heartland. 14 of those are from Uttar Pradesh. So 8 each from Bihar and West Bengal. So there is going to be quite a lot of tussle if you were to see. And the NDA score in the Uttar Pradesh belt is 9. So they can improve by 5 because 4 went to the BSP, 1 to the INDI alliance. For the INDI alliance and the BSP, they will eye not just at retaining these 5 seats, but also try and go ahead and hurt the BJP in those remaining 9 seats. Is this where the BJP will try and make up for some or more of the losses? Is Uttar Pradesh the state where they will try and make up for some of the losses in Rajasthan, some in Haryana, and possibly in Delhi? This is the first time there is such a strong talk that Delhi may not be so much of a cakewalk for the BJP. But in 2019, the situation was far more stronger, or the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress in a far better position at that time with a narrative, with a story and perhaps organization. Or is it irony that the man who got the Congress out of Delhi and Punjab is today actually allying with the same party? He had said anybody but the Congress for Delhi, anybody but the Congress for Punjab, and now he's gone ahead and the Aam Aadmi Party again with a slew of scams, controversies surrounding Arvind Kejriwal. Will he be able to try and create a dent in Delhi, or will Delhi actually dent the Aam Aadmi Party in the run up to what's going to come up very soon, that is the assembly elections, which are not so far away? So this perhaps the toughest electoral test for Arvind Kejriwal, both in Punjab and also in Delhi. Many say it's not the test for the BJP as much as it's a test for this party which finds its origins just about a dozen years ago. 10 Haryana seats, single phase poll. Now this is again a test of character for the BJP because they do not have their ally in place at this point. Dushyant Chautala is fighting on its own. The Congress is trying to make a lot of inroads. The Aam Aadmi Party is doing a lot of work in Haryana, and there has been a certain level of infighting and distress within the BJP too. Will they be able to circumvent all of that and get to these 10 seats in Haryana? That becomes very critical. These two states, Delhi and Haryana, will also try and test the mettle of some of the big guns who are out there in battle, including the likes of Manoj Tiwari, Kanhaiya Kumar, and of course Somnath Bharti. Maneka Gandhi is in Sultanpur. Sambit Patra will be contesting in Puri. So will that slip of tongue, will it hurt? Will it short over all the work that he's done over the last 5 years? These are big questions to be answered. 42 phases, seats of Odisha also. Let's look at Delhi now. Rahul Shivshankar, Zaka Jacob. Rahul was mentioning Delhi, but Zaka, here the last time around, what was the BJP's vote share? And if the INDI needs to creep up, what's the gap that they need to bridge?
Oh, absolutely. And I think this is a fascinating one because there is a differential between Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. Certainly in Delhi, the voter of Delhi is voting very differently in Lok Sabha compared to Vidhan Sabha. Anand was asking about the vote share of the BJP. Take a look at this difference. There's a 16-point differential between the BJP and the India Alliance. This is Aam Aadmi Party plus Congress. So basically they need to overcome a 16% difference with the BJP. Now what's interesting in this election in Delhi is since 2013, this figure of 56% for the BJP when it comes to a Lok Sabha election, when it's a Vidhan Sabha election, this figure has not crossed 30%, or it's in the range of 30%. Now what does that show you? That shows you that there's a quarter, and this is a phenomenal number, Rahul will weigh in on this, a quarter of the Delhi voter who votes one way in the assembly election is willing to shift, is willing to move towards the BJP in the Lok Sabha election. That's a massive figure. We've heard of, 10%, 15%, the Modi vote because Modi's on the ticket. This is a 25% shift. You know what that means? That means 1 out of every 4 voters in the national capital is making that switch from AAP to BJP because Mr. Modi is on the ticket.
Well, you know, first of all, let me just divest everyone of this impression that only Modi has made the difference for the BJP in Delhi. Since 1989, the BJP's average vote share, Zaka in Lok Sabha elections, has been 44%. So it is very much a force in Delhi. And I'm going back all these years, almost 34 years now, or 35, my math is bad and it's a Saturday morning. But nonetheless, the fact is that since 1989, even in the 2 worst years, 2004 and 2009, the BJP's vote share, only in 2009 did it go down to 35%. Otherwise, even in 2004, you know, that election where the NDA was supposed to come back and it didn't quite happen, surprising everyone, the BJP had 40% of the vote share, and this is when Modi was nowhere on the scene.
No, there was one difference. In 04 and 9, it was a two-way fight. It was Congress
all
versus
through it's been a two-way fight.
Yeah, but since 2014, since the AAP has been a party, it's a triangular fight.
But now,
I'm not denying
2012, 2013 and Delhi between 2010 and 2014 saw about 3 or 4 elections happen.
Yeah, so all those
back to
elections,
back,
the BJP has had either 49%, in 1996, 49.58%, in 98, 50%. It was a two-way fight. There have been parties that have come in. The JDU has come in, the JDS has come in, the JD has come in. You've had parties at different points coming in, trying to say, BSP has had a presence here. But the point is, fundamentally what I'm trying to get at is that the BJP has a presence.
Yeah.
At the grassroots level in Delhi. So it is, Delhi has always had some sympathy.
But why does that change from Lok Sabha to Vidhan Sabha?
Yes.
Clearly there is a differential.
So why that changes is because the BJP and obviously the Delhi voter also is looking at the larger picture. Right? It is a microcosm of the north where the BJP has always been a little stronger. If you look at it, the population of Delhi has significant number of people from Punjab, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, Bengal. So, and of course, there are many castes that make up this entire sort of the demographic geography of Delhi. So you have to understand that as far as the BJP is connected to the north, this particular
we have to also accept that
represent a large number of those
that
voters.
The central leadership and the organizational leadership of the BJP, the RSS are stronger when that comes to Lok Sabha, and they are very weak because of the infractions. This was because of the inter-party dynamic, intra-party dynamics.
The BJP
when it comes
hasn't
to the local
really
elections.
had a dynamic leader since the late 1990s. Sushma Swaraj and Sahib Singh Verma. After that,
her daughter is now casting her vote.
You haven't really had. Yes, there she is. So she is going to obviously try, and you know, this is a potential chief ministerial candidate if she wins, of course. We shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. In the next 1 decade, let me tell you,
Dr.
from Delhi.
Jaishankar is also going to cast his vote.
It's a critical election.
All of Delhi will come out to cast their vote. Now, Delhi, how have they fared historically when it comes to voter turnout during Lok Sabha elections compared to the other metros? A lot of the metros have actually disappointed, ladies and gentlemen. The urban voter has not actually taken the effort to go out and vote. Yes, it's been very, very hot, but you have had the early mornings. The polling booths are open from 7 a.m. till at least 10 o'clock. There could have been a steady turnout. People could have voted. Today is even a weekend. So will the voters stay back? That's the big question.